So the script of this film fell on top of Post, Houston's former post office turned mixed-use development. From 1962 to 2015, this building received thousands of letters, postcards, and messages intended for the people of Houston. But facing some financial stress, the USPS decommissioned the building, and it was subsequently bought by builder and developer Frank Liu, whose team redeveloped it into a world-class culture center, event space, and rooftop skylon. But the old post office still has one last message to deliver to the city of Houston, and this one will be its most important. And that is, it's time for urban Houston to adopt cycling as a secondary mode of transportation. Let's take a bird's eye view of rush hour on Westheimer for a second. This section covers an entire city block, and moving east, there are only 15 vehicles, or about 20 people, taking up the entire street. In a dense area like Midtown, streets need to be geared for more conservative modes of transportation. I think this graphic shows what I'm talking about best, especially once I reveal the rest of it. It pretty starkly illustrates how much more space-efficient cycling and transit are, and in terms of people moved per hour, the highest throughput streets look complete, like this Copenhagen street, where the cyclist traffic is 8 times greater than the motorist traffic. Obviously, Houston is not Copenhagen. We've paved over every inch of this city, even the urban areas, for cars. And this has made walking and biking a very unpleasant way to get around. Parking lots spread destinations apart, motorists rev their engines and create noise pollution, concrete soaks up heat, and fumes emitted from car exhaust pipes cannot be good for your lungs. Yet, despite this brutal urban environment, I still see people walking and biking into Whole Foods. I wonder, how many more would actually walk or bike if we made it pleasant to do so? So I guess if you're totally cool with living in a paved over, automobile only, no man's land that will have Amish people bored to tears, then the Houston status quo is fine. But if you live inside the loop, you know that this is becoming a city, and this city is rapidly densifying. Urban corridors are springing up along Washington Avenue, Buffalo Bayou Park, and in Midtown. Based on census data, here are the Houston neighborhoods that have seen at least a 30% increase in their population between 2010 and 2020. And with increased density, destinations become denser as well. According to transportation studies, 50% of trips within 610 are 3 miles or less, and another 10% are less than a mile. Without remaking roads for more space-efficient modes, a dense and car-reliant Houston is stuck in a zero-sum competition for road space. Houston needs alternatives to car travel. And here at the MKT, builder and developer Steve Radom is leading the way. Steve bought an old industrial complex and converted it into a colorful marketplace that has been a smashing success, thanks in large part to its proximity to the MKT. I'm told that 30 to 50% of daily patrons arrive by bike or by foot, and literally, if Steve wanted to go meet Frank over at Post, he could take the MKT by bike the entire way. As you can see, Houston's trail network is small but impactful, and it's literally changing the way in which our city grows for the better. With minimal investment, Houston can continue to build out a safe, comfortable cycling network that will allow us to get around without clogging up streets. Our collective success here is what will allow developers to build human-focused and inspiring buildings like MKT and Post.